Hello, this is the Trade Ideas Market Recap for Monday, April the 21st. My name is Barry Anderson, and I am the moderator of the Trade Ideas Trading Room. This is the address to get into the room, and you can log in as a guest or use your Facebook or your Twitter account to log in. Well, let me just quickly bring up the SPY, not so much the daily or the intraday chart today, but this is the daily chart. And today was an extremely slow day. You can see right here, the market is still 50 minutes before closing, and we're at about 40, say 45 million shares have traded. And on Thursday and Wednesday of last week, we were out at 106 million. This is kind of what I thought actually Thursday would be like. I thought it would be slow, but it wasn't actually that slow. But today, certainly being Easter Monday, has been very, very slow. So let me just take a look quickly at the three trades that I did do. Craft. Let me just bring out or put away the daily chart on Craft. Now, the reason I got into Craft, it wasn't from any of the alerts here. It was actually something I'd read in the pre-market that they had recalled some Oscar Mayer wieners, some packaging, had a packaging problem. So I can't remember the exact amount, but it was a fairly significant amount of a recall. Again, it wasn't there was no problem with the product itself. It was just something to do with the packaging. So I thought that this stock might be a little bit weak. So this is where it opened, and it made it up to 57. When it broke down through 57, I thought perhaps that it might be a decent short. So actually, right around here, as it sort of jogged around this area, I shorted right here at 56.85, and I watched it go down, and watch it go up, and came down a little bit, and then basically I exited the trade. I covered the trade at 56.96. Now I noticed, certainly by the end of the day, it definitely kind of did what I wanted to do, but it is all over the place. So I mean, I can't kid myself. I would have been stopped out at some point. But I thought it was worth a shot. I mean, the news was not great, not devastating by any stretch, but I thought maybe today we'd have something that might have taken it down, maybe even close to the 56 level. But at any rate, so that was an 11-cent loss on a short that I did. CBS was the next trade, and CBS actually came from my bounce alerts, and I took the trade at, let's see what the time was. It was about 10:46, so it was about right here is when I took the trade. Now, I was alerted to it at 950. So right in this area here. And the reason I was alerted to it is I had significant number of red candles down. It had dropped a certain amount in a 30-minute period. So I was alerted to it right around this area. And I know I mentioned in the room that I was going to start watching it. And I actually almost got into the trade right here, but I did hold off. And so as it was moving down, didn't move significantly down below the whole number. So I was definitely watching it to see if it could break the whole number. And told the room that if it got up to the 59.30 mark, right above this green candle here, that I would take the trade. And so that's what I did. I took the trade at 59.30, but I also said I was going to have a very tight stop on it. I wasn't going to mess around with it. And and unfortunately, the minute it broke down through my buy, I exited at 59.25 for a small loss. Now, the reason I did that is basically because of all this mess here. This could have started doing the same type of thing, slightly higher, but I just decided to get out of the trade. Now, obviously, in hindsight, it was a mistake. High of almost $60, so it would have been beautiful if I had been able to hold on, even to this level or this level here. But at any rate, I didn't, and that was that. So the last trade I did was from my custom, and this was MGI, MoneyGram International. I was alerted to the trade at 11:22, and the price was 12.82. And I actually took the trade at right around 11:36. So right in this area here, I took the trade at 12.77. This was a short trade, and I ended up covering half at 12.61, and then I held the balance. It seemed almost forever. And I finally exited the last part of the trade at what time was it? It was 11:56. So right right around this I'm sorry, it was actually right around here. I've just got an sorry, at 202. So right at this time right here. So I held it all through this, watched it, almost got stopped out here. Decided to hold on just because I thought it may. Well, when I looked at the daily chart, that was one thing. Now, granted, it already had like a terrible day on Thursday, and I thought, well, maybe we'll have one more really bad day. Now, of course, it was a bad day from 14 down to 12. But I thought, on a day where there's not a lot of volume, perhaps there wouldn't be a lot of buying power to come into it. So I was willing to hold on through all of this, but eventually I did sell at 1267. So 16 cents on the first half and 10 cents on the second half. And again, so not a very interesting day at all. Hopefully tomorrow the volume will pick up. We'll have more follow through and some of the things that I saw, I was alerted to, but there was just basically no follow through. So that's it for today. Hope to see you in the room tomorrow and good trading on Tuesday.